Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday the 18th of April in the year of our Lord 2025. I came home from work and I tried to take a nap, but it didn't work. So here I am back out in the simulator. Okay, all I got for you on the Sim Golf Tour is a two-man scramble at Druid's Glen, but I'm playing that with Flying Fat Kid, I think, hopefully sometime this weekend before it turns into a pumpkin. And the rest of the stuff is the Web and SGT and Pro Tour, which is all at Harbour Town Golf Links. Harbour Town's getting to be last week's Georgia Club or Augusta. It's getting to the point where I've posted so many videos of Harbour Town that I'm not sure why anyone would watch them. But the first one was tips. And then I did, no, it would have been tips. At any rate, it doesn't matter. The next easiest or next most difficult, depending on how you look at it, would be the Web Tour. Summer 2025. Again, it's RBC Heritage. And I already told you what course we're on. It's 2 rounds. Here are your vital statistics. You got 5-foot gimme auto putts, yellow tees, let's call them 5,900 yards total course length. Thursday pins, mulligans are off. Green firmness, is soft. Fairways are soft. Must have rained or something. Stimps 10, winds calm. Not too much going on here. Balls will probably stick on the green a lot better. We can probably be a little more aggressive on the pins. Let's load this sucker up. All right, we're back. I warmed up a little bit. I got the old driver out, the old Callaway. I don't know what's going on with it. I had about the same ball speeds that I hit with the Burner Mini driver. It's just not working. I don't know what else to say. I don't even use it on the real golf course anymore. I'm kind of tempted to go maybe pick up a burner. Check out TaylorMade's line of drivers. Yeah, I don't know. Just something's not right with that Callaway driver. I'm sure it's me. At any rate, here we are at Harbour Town, first hole. We're at basically sea level, so I expect we will hit about right there, 230, 240. Maybe if we get a hold of it and it doesn't slice too bad, we might go off the back or front of the fairway, whatever you want to call it. Let's find out together. Nope, should be dang near perfect if we're not blocked out from the pin here. Buck 17, greens are soft. I haven't swung an iron really today. Sit, should sit. Not bad. I hope I'm not speaking too soon here, but I've noticed that even my poor rounds out on the golf course and here in the simulator are better than they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad Sands playing Augusta, like from the tips, right? Because that's kind of an outlier. But the bad rounds aren't as bad. and the good rounds are getting better. You know, I thought we were on 10 stimp greens, but maybe I'm just an idiot. The bad rounds aren't as bad and the good rounds are getting a little bit better, is what I'm trying to say. Now that we got that first stupid putt out of our system here. Roll in. Okay, that was a completely avoidable bogey. We'll do better on the rest of the round here. You guys, it is hard to make interesting sim golf videos. It's hard to say things and be interesting. Sometimes it ends up just being a pure, nothing more than an exhibition. Like, watch me swing the golf club. I am going to maybe start filming rounds of golf on the real golf course. Give me that members bounce. But I'm not there yet. I gotta kind of crawl, walk, run with that. Like, maybe tomorrow morning I'll take my tripod out with me or something. Okay, we topped the out of that ball. That was so bad. Let's see that. Was it a topper? What was it? I actually don't know what that was. At any rate, wow. I don't know what to say. Those shots just seem to happen. You can't do anything but laugh. Golf is such a random sport. Bounce up. Oh, good Lord, this is a par 5. Okay, 14 footer, I'd say. Sometimes you get so used to playing like 6,000 yard tees that you're on the green before you know it sometimes. That was thin again, coupled with the fact that we just topped a ball, right? Because the step before topping a ball is thinning a ball. But we ain't warmed up yet either. 23 yards. sucks. That was thin again, and we're screwed. Okay, this is not starting off that great, but we will recover. 57 yards out of the rough. Okay, crap. Okay, this is gonna be a pretty costly one here. What'd we lose? 6%, so that was just me. Smoked it too short and then 14 yards too far, so there you have that. Let's get this up here. This has been a rough hole. It's 30, 32, 33 feet here. Get in there. Okay, good tempo. Unfortunate score there. 2 balls in the drink. Par 5, maybe we can pick up some of that slack here. A little short there. What was it? Just a poopy shot. 278. Well, that's the same club now, isn't it? Mini driver off the deck here. Seven yards. Yards. Where are we at on the green? We got some green to play with too. Way overcooked. Took no penalty really out of that fairway bunker. 17. Just got to get warmed up here. Focus. That wasn't very good either. Okay. Must focus here from here on out. 34-ish feet or whatever here. Get in that hole. Okay, that could have fallen. Another stinking bogey. Let's see if we can slow the bleeding here and not take too many more bogeys, period. There's no reason to. Get out of there. What in the hell was that? Man, come on. Okay, we're on the 6th hole and still kind of making some pretty crappy mistakes. We'll see if we can kind of knock that off here. That shot didn't feel good at all. We'll start flushing them here in a minute. We're just not quite there yet. I can't do anything but laugh. When it's clearly breaking, I guess my launch angle was 3.6 to the right, so that would have overcome any break. I'll take that one. That was me. I think as a golfer, it's also kind of funny how quick you are to assume that the poor shot was not your fault. That's a beauty. Roll up there. Okay, we'll take that for sure. That'll help to overcome some of the poopiness. Doing this again. It's crazy how you can go from a birdie to that was a pretty severe miss hit. 250. Okay, if that would have had any actual loft, it obviously would have trailed off into the water. Okay, we're on the bogey bus. It's all right. Probably playing way too much golf every day, but things are getting a little bit easier, right? You know some progress is being made. Crazy you can hit a ball that damn hard and it only goes 220. That was thin. Who knows where that's headed? Clear over the back. $23. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Coast to coast again. Wasting a lot of shots here. A lot of shots. Hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. Putt, putt, putt. 21. Downhill here. Missing everything to the right. HLA was fine, so that was just a bad read. Okay, we gotta slow the bleeding here. 10th hole. Really gotta slow the bleeding. All right, I'm back. Apologies for the interruptions. I'm trying to sell my old, not old, it's not old, but I replaced my golf watch. There's that slice. There's that slice. Okay, do we still have a shot? No, hell no, we don't have a shot. Okay, that was a pretty bad shot. That didn't feel good at all. Yep, toey. Everything's toey, bro. 67. Misread it. Misread it. It was uphill too. That doesn't make a damn lick of sense. Okay. Taking some real unnecessary strokes here. Round 2 will probably be better. But it's hard to say. Okay. That's unfortunate. Not bad, just not good. 142 yards out of this crud. Ah, holy crap. $13. Roll back. A Nothing's rolling back on this 10 stimp, is it? Little worm burner there. Just trying too hard or something, I don't know. Yeah, heel, way off the heel, 179. .37 yards. I'm just having trouble picturing my shots here. Yeah, that was bad. Is that even going to be on the putting surface? Can I get that one back? Can I get that one back? Okay, it's barely in the circle. Kind of misread everything there. Feel like I'm on the cusp of a good round, but the round is more than half over. Simmer down here. That is so strange. What'd I do there? That ain't my shot shape. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of trees here or something. Oh, that bunker's so nasty. Better than being in that bunker, guys. Trust me. Trust your boy on that one. 27. Please don't roll in that bunker. Stuff's just not feeling very right. Nothing feels fluid right now. And sometimes you're gonna have rounds of golf like that. There's just nothing you can do about it. You can tell you're right on the edge. Right, I'm right on the edge of playing par golf, but I'm continuing to play bogey golf here. And I know since I haven't struck an iron worth a crap yet today that this is a pretty dangerous shot. pretty crappy swing there. We might be all right. Got her off the toe again. I mean, I'm glad the shot went straight, but this isn't exactly the desired outcome here, right? This is at least a double breaker, so I'm just gonna try to get it down there. Still almost got over there, that's crazy. Okay. 15th hole. A little further over par than I would like to be, if I'm being completely honest here. You can see they've engineered this particular hole so that the bunkers are kind of right where I like to hang out. That's unfortunate. Downhill lie. There's a lot of danger over here. Let's not do anything stupid. Pretty crummy shot, probably off the toe again. Yep. We'll get there. We'll get there. Bad shots are still better than they used to be. Something that helps with the contact patch, hitting more center on the club for me, even though I don't think I've hit a flush shot yet this round, is not having such a, not swinging back so far. I don't know what it is, but it helps me a lot. Okay, so we're creeping into par golf here. I wouldn't have any problems with par golf, you know. Okay, we know we're slicing like a mad dog. Let's just aim for this bunker here. Maybe take something out of the backswing on this too. Yep, aimed at the bunker, won't fly it, and hit like a mild draw. So is life, I suppose. 72 yards. Has this buyer sent me a text yet here? Nope. Probably trying to talk his wife into letting him buy that thing. We all know who's in charge. Oh, I'll take that all day. "12 feet. Little hot. A lot hot. Dang it. That stinks. 5 feet. What was my HLA here? 52. That was thin. Would have been fine. Uphill at 15 to the pin. All right, we're already to the 18th hole. It's been 36 minutes. I'd say we're 8 to 10 minutes ahead of schedule here. I hit 3 wood there because I didn't want to risk going OB. Finally a flush shot, and it looks like it's going to deliver some pretty good results, and it wasn't even that flush. Let's call this one 24 feet, maybe some inches here. That thing was hot. All right, shot an 84. That front 9 was bad. Back 9 got better toward the end. Finished out with, what, 5 pars. Let's look at the stats here. 6 pars, 1 birdie, no eagles, obviously. 10 bogeys, 1 double plus bogey. 232 longest drive. 238's about what I hit this at according to my cheat sheet at sea level, so we'll call that one good. Longest or average drive was 218. Ball speed was whatever there. Total putting was 43 feet, I'll take that. And then I don't know what this means still. I know I've said that for like the last 2 weeks. I think that was the handicap I shot, and that's what my GSPro handicap is. And folks, do not let this mislead you. For some reason, I'm around an 8 handicap in the simulator. I don't know why. I have an inkling that it has something to do with the fact that it takes some average of your best rounds. So the round the other day where I shot a 114 or whatever at Augusta from the tips, no, it was from this course from the tips. I don't know if it even factored that in, because that obviously wouldn't have been one of my best rounds. Yeah, there you have it. Harbour Town Golf Links at Sea Pines, and that's on the SGT web tour. Let's move into round 2 here. Let me pause you. All right, folks, we are back. We're all loaded up. Nothing notable in the vital stats for this round. The wind's breezy this time. Yellow tees, 10 stimp, not a lot changed. Let's go ahead and tee off here. All right, top the hell out of the ball. We're still 275 out. No use in crying over spilt milk. Let's get right back into it here. Might have a shot out of the pine straw here. Looks like we do. There's going to be some interference. Or not. No complaints. Other than that drive, but I'm not to the point in my career yet where I don't have a couple of duffed drives every 18 holes. If you guys are to that point, well, consider yourselves lucky. We just ain't there yet. Okay. Well-deserved bogey there. Well-deserved bogey. Top the tee shot. Let's keep a better eye on this one, shall we? Okay, another worm burner. Must be standing up. Let's see where we're at here, 275. That sucks, dude. That's gonna cost us a couple of strokages. Go there. Man, that first shot was a bomb too. Little overzealous there, but we know we're going to take like a 6% out of the pine straw, which I guess we can continue to take to the bank with us for the rest of the round. Let's just get out of this hole. Yep, double bogey. We're getting there. That'll do. Beautiful little shot there. You. So close, and now we got to make this, whatever this would be called here, 5-footer. Oh, that'd have been for stinking bird. Okay, 151 to this dangerous little guy here. It's telling me to use a 7-iron. Can't be risking that crap. Okay, it was fat. I'm glad I aimed so far right. Not fat, it was just toey. But we did not take the penalty. Roll up there. That was really close to being a pretty dope shot. "14-footer. Get in there. Holy crap. Granted, you ain't gonna make a whole lot of 14-foot putts. Up there. That stinks. What do we do there? Just didn't quite hit it off the sweet spot. All right, 46 out of this. I think that's gonna take about, let's say it's gonna take the 6 or 7% or whatever. How about that? Nope, double. 15% out of the green side bunker, I guess. I'd love to say that I'm gonna remember that, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. So 15% out of a green side bunker. Noted. Okay, that ball could have broke my eye socket out. Ugh. Another worm burner. That sucks. Look, it's still in the fairway. What do you guys think of that? That's pretty sweet, right? Oh, that felt so good. That felt so good coming off the club face, dude. Like prime time right off the sweet spot. Just had that club face a little too closed. All right, we got plenty to work with here. Let me pause you. Apologies, I'm still negotiating with some buyers. Really? Huh. With a lob wedge, with a penalty. All right. Whatever you say, darling. You just nod and agree. I mean, what else can you really do other than nod and agree when it comes to golf? You have no control over the situation. And if you think you do, think again, buddy. Think again, buddy. Oh, finally a pure 7-iron. Oh. Was still a little toey. That's nice. That's nice to hit some of those in a round, hey? You know what I'm saying? Looks to be mostly uphill. I'm sure I'm too far over to the right. No. Or I had a crummy HLA. I don't think the ProTee VX reads horizontal launch angle correctly. No, that's pretty good. Never mind. You know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think if you spend this kind of money on equipment for sim golf, it should be perfect every time, you know? And that's just often not the case. It's amazing technology though. I'm gonna take a 3-wood here, probably hit into a tree. Yeah, probably the other tree. For some reason, when I try and shorten my backswing with certain clubs, I just end up looking like a dummy. Oh, now we're really in a pickle. And this is a par 4. Okay, let's not hit in the water. Slow down. Not a bad, not a little bump and run with the pitching wedge there. I'll eventually get it down, but that's still not that bad. 8-footer. Oh, she's in. Not much to complain about there. That's what happens when you keep your lead arm straight. Short-sighted on this heart-shaped green heading back into the clubhouse. I really don't want to be behind, or excuse me, in this bunker. These bunkers are pretty brutal. .37 to the pin. Okay. Certainly not what I had in mind, but that was a borderline blade. Still eked out a par there somehow. Eked out a par. How far off? That is 40 yards offline to the right, if you believe that. And we're behind the same tree we're always behind here, if you would also believe that. 120 out of the schmutz. We're screwed. You can always tell when GSPro's the view changes and it like speeds up to meet the ball that you're about to hit an object. And you'll often hear me call it out. Okay, we need to get real close to this pin. 91, that ain't the right club. That is not bad if we can get some roll out. Probably putting for par, but it'll be a bogey. That's just 20 plus foot putts, just a little bit low percentage for me, right? So close. Okay, well-deserved bogey there. Poor course management. Not much else to say. 5 over through 10. Let's see if we can keep this lead arm straight, if we can get something to go straight. No, still slicey. 30, little bit better, 30 yards offline. Buck 50. Buck 50, 7 irons, my Buck 50 club at sea level. That was thin, but let's see, it looks good. Too far. Sit. Let's try to get out into the circle here. Okay, 7-14-21. -6 is about a 15-foot putt by feel here. Misread the break. Good pace. I'll take the par. $5,900 yard tees. I don't love it. What in the Sam Hill was that? That's unfortunate. What did we do there? Came out, came over the top, and then hit off the toe. Honestly, that shot should have been worse. That shot should have been worse, guys. Oh no. Woo-wee! Just trying everything, trying to do everything too much to overcompensate for the bad drive. You think you need to wallop the piss out of the next shot, and it just ends up doing you dirty. It just ends up doing you dirty, guys. We will eventually get to this green. We will eventually get to this green, and I need to get a little more creative and maybe learn a few more punch type shots. It's just so hard to control your distance on them. Coast to coast over the green like an idiot. We had plenty of green to play with too. We'll just write this hole off like a bad business investment. 7, 14, 21. Let's say 22-ish feet here. Maybe 23. Get over there. Okay, very much deserved double bogey. We had a bad tee shot that we followed up with another stupid shot because we were trying to overcompensate, and here we are, +7. It's ancient history at this point, but you cannot let the previous shot influence the next shot when you're playing this game. You got to be a goldfish. Yeah, that's slicey. Might be on the fairway. Kick. Okay. And then this shot's a little less dicey. It's gotta kind of be on line, unfortunately, though, or we're gonna be in trouble. These bunkers are just brutal. All right, we're fine, I think. I think this TP5X Pix ball is about done, though. The little logos are starting to wear off. Double break, triple break, if you count the one by the hole. 34, 33, 32. Not nearly enough juice. It might get into the circle. Just a poor hit. Seven feet. That was still a little hot, honestly. That was a little hot. 127 to this guy here. We got some wind in our face. 9. Yeah, I can't in good conscience take a 9 iron here. Even if we fly the green, it's better than taking a penalty. Because you ain't playing it where it lies with this. Okay, hit it way thin, bounce back. Not a good shot, definitely rushed the downswing. We're not bad though, and we're not in the water. I think this rough's gonna take a good bit of penalty here, let's say 10, 15%. Yeah, I meant to hit it a little farther than that, and we only took a 4% penalty. That is the archer's fault, not the arrow. 6, 12, 18, 19, 20 footer here. That works for me. Well-deserved bogey there. I'd say there's an above average chance of this landing in the sand. Well, that's all right. It's not like we're chasing some kind of course record here. There's that slice right over into the same sand area that we were in on the first round, and probably every other round we've played on this course. And then you've of course got this hazard over here on the left taunting you. Taunting, taunting, ever taunting. Let's just get out of this sand trap here and worry about that here in a minute. Get left. Could we put anything on short grass today? Another toey shot, man. Maybe I'm leaning back. Who freaking knows? Okay, we've left ourselves a 150-yard shot here into a headwind. Ball's gonna come out a smidge left. There. Would really be nice to get a hold of this shot here. As I was saying, extremely off the toe. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I don't know. This is golf, folks. Ain't a whole lot else to say about it. All I know is the bad games are getting a lot better and the good games are getting a lot better. Get up there, baby. Wasn't enough. 15%, lost 15% there. We never ever chip out of this lie. It's a bit dangerous. It's too easy to blade the ball. 9, 18, 27, plus another, what, 36. It's got to be quite a putt here. Get in that circle. Five here. Skimmed it. What was my HLA? Yeah, it was 1.7 degrees to the right. Now double digit over par here, which is not good, but we'll get over it. Dead straight, but it's gonna be in the sand. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty nice to hit a laser beam like that, even though it didn't go very far. We're on, but 14 yards is not a close putt. In fact, putts aren't even measured in yards. "44 feet here. All that break. Horizontal launch angle was only less than a degree off. I don't know. Should have been a little more break in my opinion, but I'm just a stupid old man. Okay, let's see if we can flush this 8-iron and do something here. Little thin, she's cruising left. Will not hold the left edge of the green. Would be perfectly happy with most of these shots on the real golf course. I just want to point that out. Saved that for par. I think that's some sort of stat it's going to show at the end here. Really nearly zero chance of putting this OB. I don't hit that far to begin with, and we got a headwind. Okay, buck 66 into a headwind. Little thin, but it felt good. Thin and towy. We're a bit short-sighted here. 16. Get in the hole. Sit. Nice. Okay. Got out of there with an 81. There's the scorecard, a birdie, some bogeys. The stats will show all this though. 9 pars, 1 birdie, no eagles, 5 bogeys, 3 double bogeys, and nothing over a double bogey, so that's kind of nice. Longest drive was 241, average drive was 196, so not average and longest are pretty poopy. They should be a little closer. Ball speeds are about on. 26 putts, 2 sand saves. I didn't realize we had 2. 40-minute round, 5 greens in regulation, 7 fairways in regulation. I didn't realize they hit that many fairways. That doesn't seem right, but we'll take it. And then I don't understand this. I promise I'll look this up one of these days. GSPro handicap, I'm assuming. That particular round was a 10.5, but I'm normally a 7.1. I think that's what it means. All right, guys, as usual, I really appreciate you watching. Think we're upwards of I don't know, maybe not quite 150 videos, but we're getting there. And one of these days, I'm gonna grow a pair and record a round on a real golf course. I am taking my tripod tomorrow. I'm playing with 3 of my buddies from work, and I know they'll give me crap, but I really want to start recording rounds on the golf course, or at least see if it's feasible, see how much it slows the round down, see how much people get mad, because I don't want to be disturbing other players out there. They are paying to be there just like I am, but I would really like to maybe explore that eventually. Alrighty, that's about all I got. You guys have a good one. Have a good weekend. We'll see you in the next video.